Who made this beat? You gonna say their name? You gotta give them their props. You know who made it?
Pull up the email. Let's see.
Hollywood Classic. Yeah. Are we
Hollywood
on?
Classic. All right.
Shit, bump that beat. We just stepped our beat game up. This beat is made by Hollywood Classic. I wish y'all motherfuckers say this ain't good. We gonna make a song to it. I don't wanna be your man, but I wanna fuck. I don't wanna be your man, but I wanna fuck. I don't wanna be your man, but I wanna fuck. Papers come in the mail, then bitch, I'm a duck. I don't wanna be your man, but
Keep the music coming.
Headphones out. What up, 5150 motherfucking nation? Let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Y'all niggas crazy in Miami on the beach. Nigga, look, let me tell y'all something. Everybody was talking shit about the beach being hood than a motherfucker, because the beach was hood as hell. It's Memorial Day weekend. That's when all the young wild motherfuckers be out there. Motherfuckers be smoking weed, all that shit on the beach. But I did a show at this little theater by the downtown Hyatt, and the Fruit Booty Boys had took over that hotel. I was so glad I was on the beach. I'd rather be around the danger than them motherfuckers walking around in swimming trunks holding hands. It was crazy.
Wow.
Anybody who was down there at the show in Miami who saw that, you know what they do? Some hotels have some type of thing that let you know it's gay friendly. And the Marriott and the Hyatt obviously have gay friendly thing going on where they invite that gay population to come out, and them motherfuckers was mob deep in the hotel, walking around that motherfucker, and they was as flamboyant as they wanted you to see what they own. It was the most fucked up display. The world is over.
It's over.
Hey man, these motherfuckers is fucking bitches too. So they gonna have little moist ass kids. Motherfuckers every time you take the bottle out the mouth, they cry. Motherfuckers put bigger bottles in their mouth. Them babies gonna go, I want a big nipple in my mouth. They gonna come out with big bottle tops for gay babies.
How many people would you estimate?
Gay baby practice bottle with the big piece of rubber up there.
We got an inner tube.
Right. Look like a. Look how Bobby look. Hey man, Bobby, this is what's going on.
This
man.
is the world right now.
It is over. Right. It is over.
Right.
That beat right there, that shit was slamming.
Right.
You liked it?
Man, let me tell you something. I like beats that bump. That shit was bumping. So what you like, ukuleles and shit like that? Go deeper music in this bitch.
I like beats that bump.
Oh man.
Sometimes you like the smooth jazzy beats, huh?
No, I actually like. Oh, we got to get the mic situation together. I think production-wise, 50 always comes with it. Production-wise, beats.
You talking about 50 Cent?
Yeah, I love his
Ain't them
production.
Dre beats?
Not all of them, no.
Oh.
I like T.I.'s production too. You know,
Yeah.
It's I got a varied taste,
they
man.
got a band,
I like
love
that shit too.
Yeah, they got a
T.I.
band, man.
Who's
Yeah,
the greatest
Bobby-
band of your time?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hey, that one motherfucker look crazy than a motherfucker. Who, Bobby, who I'm talking about?
Verdine.
Boy, his name Verdine.
Yeah, bass player. Yeah.
It's a nigga named Verdine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Verdine.
He looked like his name
One of the
Verdine.
baddest bass players you'll ever hear.
Never taking that away from him, but
Yeah.
he looked moist and Martian.
Moist and
A
Martian.
gay space nigga. This nigga got a hole in his motherfucking astronaut suit in the back and in the mouth part. Goddamn, this nigga be walking through space breathing.
Hey, but he was in this groove.
Oh, that motherfucker raw. You see
In
how
his
he say
groove,
that?
man.
Them Earth, Wind, and Fire
In his
motherfuckers, they
groove,
was
boy.
raw.
And they had information in that music
yeah,
too,
man. Yeah.
Spiritual shit.
Where have all the flowers gone? We looking for them now.
Shit, all the flowers was at the motherfucking Hyatt Hotel this weekend.
Oh man.
I said they gonna have to throw. I had motherfuckers dying. I said they gonna throw away every sheet in this hotel after this weekend. Them towels ain't gonna be worth a shit. They ain't got hot water Strong enough to get that dookie juice out them towels. When fags take over, oh, you can't say fags. That's a derogatory
It's too late.
word.
You said it already.
No. I'm too creative for them to hold fag against me.
Okay, good. What would you call
When
them?
anal scrub jobs,
Oh my goodness.
Keep going.
ass snakes,
One more. One more.
booty plumbers. Oh, what the fuck to say?
Damn.
Ooh, my lord, my lord. How was the show though?
The show was nice, man. You know what I mean? It's like,
Where were you in the lineup?
well, they let Bruce go last.
So you
And I got love for Bruce, but it ain't good when people go after me. I'm just saying. It's not really a good thing. But I think word is getting out. After a while, motherfuckers gonna be like, who on the show? Go on, let that nigga go last. There's a lot of tactics to get me off stage. Motherfuckers try to make sure they cut my time short or whatever. But it's a difference from when I'm up there versus when a lot of people are up there. And that is me tooting my own horn. But I'm doing this shit. I checked into the Lowe's Hotel on Miami Beach.
That's about as high up the chain as you can go.
I saw them walking up to the brothers, and they might have caught them smoking weed outside or whatever petty shit, in my opinion. The police and the extra security, they had the cameras set up and everything. And I was talking to this house nigga ass doorman. And he was like, yeah, they gonna get put out. They gonna go back there, take their picture, and they just gonna get put out the hotel. They ain't got no business doing that. And I was looking at him like he was crazy. Like, they ain't got no business doing what? He said, like, smoking weed or being loud and obnoxious outside the hotel. And this is shit I see Caucasian people do all the fucking time in front of hotels. I have seen Caucasian people climb on shit. And the security will come out there and help them down and tell them, you guys go ahead.
You're gonna get hurt. Come down.
Right. So anyway, all this is going on, and this brother is justifying the shit. So I'm just sitting there. I didn't even say nothing to him. I was frustrated by his conversation, but I was still listening to him to see him justify what's happening to people that's out here trying to have a good time. Ain't nobody fighting or nothing like that. It wasn't no shit like that. So here I am, then spent all this money on a fucking room. And I got there early, so my room wasn't ready. So I was tired because I caught a red-eye flight. So I wound up sitting on the couch in the lobby, and I dozed off. And the police walked up to me. Are you a guest in this hotel? I was like, what? Am I a guest in the hotel? And you know what I'm saying? I was like, what happened? Oh, you can't be lounging around out here. I said, you can't be lounging around. I'm waiting on my room. What are you talking about?
It's a lounge.
That motherfucker said, go get some coffee or something, but you can't be out here sleeping.
What?
Are you serious?
Man, let me tell you something. This is why I hate niggas like that doorman. Because you ain't got to be doing nothing. All you got to do is be black.
Wow.
And them motherfuckers gonna walk up to you like you did something wrong.
Now,
And if he scored a little higher on his SAT, he wouldn't be a doorman.
now,
Well, he was built to be a
He
house
was built
nigga.
to be a doorman.
I saw how proud he was.
to have on that jacket
To
and
open up that
everything.
door. He was finna open up the door for these black people pulled up, but he saw some white people in the cab behind him, and he left them niggas.
Wow.
This was what's that motherfucker name?
Steven's dad.
Yeah, this was Steven, but he was a mild mannered Steven.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
He had no idea that he not supposed to get treated like shit.
So, how did you resolve that situation with the?
Well, I went up to the
security
front
people?
desk and I told him, I said, I don't feel comfortable staying in this hotel. You guys got these police around here profiling people and just fucking with them. And I'm black. I wear baseball caps. I wear, you know what I'm saying, T-shirts and shit. These motherfuckers just walked up to me and said something.
Well, you do
The
know.
motherfucker told me to go get some coffee. I said, I don't drink coffee. So that shit could have went bad. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I ain't done shit. I'm just there.
Right.
They talked me into not switching my room out because I was going to just go get another room at another hotel. But I was so fucking sleepy, they just found a way to get me a room then. But in my mind,
Did
I
they
was like,
apologize or did they acknowledge that was like
Well, they apologize, but it's not. Your apology means nothing. You have a task force of officers that are here for Memorial Day weekend, and their job is to run. Everybody needs to hang out around Caucasian people for a week and see how they act. I just want you to see how
crazy as hell.
I want you to see how they conduct themselves and how they are treated by the police. And then I want you to hang out at a black event, and I want you to see how black people conduct themselves and how they are treated by the police. And you will see a difference in the shit we go to jail for, the shit that we are tapped on the shoulder about. If Chris Brown gets into a fight at the club, okay, so what? Because I'm going to tell you something. I witnessed these two white guys get into a fight in McDonald's on Rush Street in Chicago. Busy McDonald's. These guys were going at it, fisticuffs. I saw the police break it up, told his friend, get this guy, put him in a cab, and take him home. My mouth dropped. I said, wow.
The police did that?
The police said, get your friend, put him in a cab, take him home. He's drunk. That's what he said.
Get him home.
Drunk. Get him home. So when you tell me about somebody getting into a fight, I don't even want to hear that shit. What happens in this country to black people is different what happens to everybody else. And this cowardly ass president will not address this issue. And it makes me mad that people act like he is somebody to recognize as a groundbreaker or whatever. No, motherfucker. Use the motherfucker that they chose over the worst motherfucker ever. Because I know what it is to get on airplanes and be in first class. And every time, it don't happen every time, but a lot of times as I walk over to the priority lane, the people are like, oh, this is the priority lane.
You're not. Why are you?
Because I got on a jogging suit. You know what I mean? I don't have on a suit and a briefcase and talk with a high voice or got Jason Collins lip gloss on. You know what I mean? It's like I'm seeing it. All you got to do is be a fish out of water, and it really becomes disrespectful as you have paid your dues in society where you have enough to do this and do that, and you still get that fucked up treatment.
Wow.
You don't have to be fighting in the club to be treated bad. All you got to do is just
be you. Show up. Wow. We got
Black while walking.
We got crazy callers. Corey, you want to deal with them?
No. Your point is correct because only a motherfucker who ain't been around real motherfucking men would say it doesn't matter if you're a man who marry a man. That mean you ain't grew up around no men. You grew up around a bitch. You got bitch rules in your life. That's how I feel about the evil of what Caucasian people do. It don't matter if you're in Africa. They took over Africa.
Right. Got all the resources, got everything.
They stole every motherfucking thing. And everybody's scared to say that shit. I mean, I'm just saying, if you check the history of what they have done on this planet, it's really some shit they can't defend.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you want to argue that point, you can. But I'm just saying, if you look at your history, I'm talking about Caucasian people in this country. We all try to get along with people. I don't see Caucasian people and all of a sudden start shit with them. But I'm like, when they talking, I'm looking at them like, hey, what the fuck you up to? Talking to me, you want something, motherfucker.
What the fuck you up to?
Right. The Pilgrims came over here and started talking to the Indians. Next thing you know, they was like, get out their head.
No, that's true.
It was like that sheep, run, Ned, run. That commercial.
Yeah, give him these blankets.
Right.
Listen.
It doesn't matter what the Chinese have done. It don't matter what you think of yourself. There's a wickedly brilliant legion of motherfucking Caucasian people that's on top of all this shit. And it don't matter what kind of debt they got out of that. No matter what kind of debt they in, they gonna gangster their way out that shit.
If that was true, Corey, we wouldn't be sitting in this studio right now, and you would be dead, and so would I.
Why you say that?
Because if white people was all of that, they can't stand you.
So you saying Corey
they can't stand you, but they can't stop you either.
But you saying there is no evil cabal of white elitists?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're not invincible. They're not bulletproof.
Okay. Oh, of course not. They're people too.
Well, everybody knows that, but what I'm saying
everybody don't. Man, niggas is scared of white folk. I know some brothers, man, that will blow all our heads off for stepping on his toe. A white man will come, cut his cable off, cut his lights off, and everything.
Won't say a word.
Bow his head.
Won't say a fucking word.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but I'm just saying, it's like you ask why people are still alive. It's because you're not a threat. If you was a threat, then they'll come get you.
Well, what makes you a threat? I think that's...
You get to a certain level, I can respect what you're saying. At this level, it's not enough rumble about it. We're not having enough impact. But when you get to a certain level, you're right. But you know what balances that out?
When you get to a certain level.
You know why Louis Farrakhan's still alive? And they've been wanting him dead a long time. They thought that cancer got him. They thought all the other shit, but he keep coming back. The real reason they don't go after Louis Farrakhan is they can't stop killing him. Because the faith that he's a part of says it's an eye for an eye. If they kill Louis Farrakhan, they're going to set a whole nation.
You saying
of
there's going to be retaliation?
Loose.
Yeah.
I can feel you on that. I'm just saying, but you know what they did to extinguish what he was doing in the past is all their predictable tactics. When they had the Million Man March, the first thing they did on television was say, well, it wasn't 1 million. Well, actually, it was close to 2 million people there. It's what they do. They know how. They're not going to do nothing to like ruffle the feathers of the world in a way where they like, okay, it'll be retaliation like this. You're right. But what I'm saying is, bottom line, the reason you are still alive, the reason people aren't after you is because you're not a threat. And when you are a threat, they isolate you from yours, which they have the power to do. Because most don't understand how easy it is to isolate you from your followers, because most people don't want no trouble. They just want to live their life. You know what I'm saying? So if you become one who speaks up and then they isolate you away from the rest of them, most people just going to be like, well, they got him.
So recently in the news, they said Assata Shakur was a threat. And to speak to Corey's
they was calling her a terrorist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's still on America's Most Wanted list.
For what? What did she supposedly do?
That's the real question. What did she do? And how is she a threat? And you would think having a black man as a president of the United States that at least he would investigate or do something. Maybe that's the expectation, but I don't have that expectation. I think anyone who is anti-government is a threat to that society, is a threat to that government.
I mean, I would ask this. What did Osama bin Laden do?
What he said he was going to do.
What did he say he was going to do? You heard him talk?
Yeah. I heard tapes. He said
you heard tapes?
Yes, of his voice.
I never heard a tape of his voice talking.
Really? He was sending them out in the early years that they were looking for him. He was sending tapes and videos out damn near every week.
We have that on Lord Authority.
Time out. What did he say, Bobby?
He said basically...
Well, no, not basically. Did you hear him talk? That's what I'm asking you.
I heard him talk, but it's been a while. I can't quote him verbatim.
Nobody's heard him talk.
And wasn't it?
You don't speak his language, right?
I was going to say, was it in Arabic or English?
You don't speak his language. You just don't understand. They are showing you something. You don't know what he said.
The deal went bad. His family... The Bin Ladens did business with the Bushes, and they've been doing that shit for generations, man. This ain't no new shit. He broke the mold. He said, you know what? He got into the religion. He was into the money at first. And then he actually started getting into the religion. And he used the money that his family had.
You talking about Osama bin Laden?
Yes, sir.
But do you realize what it means when you speak in like factual information or versus opinional information?
No. Well, the Bin Laden family, you can trace them back to the Bush family, man. That's factual.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, everybody. It's like this guy Osama bin Laden get a bad rap, but niggas don't even know him.
He was
they
Saudi,
don't know
man.
nothing about him. They just know that on TV they said he bad and he did something, but niggas don't know him. He was one of the richest non-Caucasian people in the world. Therefore, he was on the hitman list. That's really what I know as a fact. He was one of the richest people in the world, but he wasn't Caucasian. Therefore, they gotta get him. What Biggie Smalls CD said? Somebody got to die. He had too much money, and he wasn't part of their agenda. He wasn't with what they was with. So they found a way to make him the bad guy. But that's how they do. They fatten you up. Hey, the butchers, hey, Osama, come on over for dinner and all that shit. The problem is you make a mistake associating with them in any way.
Wow. Interesting stuff.
I mean, have you ever thought about that, Zoe?
I have.
Do you know? Because I just don't know a lot of people who know what Osama bin Laden was saying on those tapes. They just feel like they know, they heard something that was on TV. The man didn't speak English when he was talking on them tapes.
No, he didn't.
Nobody knows what he said. That's all I'm trying to say. Television is called the dummy box, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch it and get your information off what you see on TV, then you may be, misled. Cookie Monster ain't real.
He's not really eating cookies.
If it's really a big bird out there, that thing will fuck you up if it see you. I wish it was a real big bird. That motherfucker will bite your fucking head off. That's why people get killed by polar bears. They be like, oh, it's a polar bear. Ah! You know what I'm saying? That TV is a motherfucker, man. That TV can turn the whole nation against me. They'll be like, oh, he bad. He did this. And I ain't never really did
but
shit.
That's what they do.
Like
they use
ranks, and I'm gonna be me. And like when I say shit about Obama, I always say shit that I see. It's my opinion he's cowardly when it comes to speaking up on what he needs to speak up on.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it a problem? Like, would it hurt him? He can't get unelected. Would it hurt him to pardon Assata Shakur?
He won't.
He won't even pardon Jack Johnson, and he's been dead.
Oh God, he won't pardon Jack Johnson.
That motherfucker will pardon Boy George for wearing that pussy ass lipstick back in the 80s. Goddamn it, we got to take a break.
Damn.
We'll be back.
And get these calls.
5150 show.
Yeah.
We're going straight to the callers when we come.